It's Friday the 11th of October. As you all know on this channel, I've banged on for years about geoengineering. I've monitored the sun, I've looked for Planet X, I'm awake to everything that's ever gone on, you know, 9/11, all the other crap that's gone on. The only thing I don't particularly buy is if the Earth is flat, this is a simulation. There's not much else. Obviously COVID, all that crap. So just recently, well yesterday, once again, we've had some extreme weather, which obviously is geoengineering. Florida have had some extreme weather. The town I come from, Bedford, has had some extreme weather. We had some serious amount of rain, like stupid amount of rain. And then last night we had the aurora once again, because the sun had an X-class flare. So of course everyone's taking pictures, and all I see is, this is not natural, it's Haarp. This is how people like us who are awake end up looking like fucking retards. The sun, the massive, great big fucking glowing ball in the sky, goes through fucking cycles. It goes through 11-year cycles, 80-year cycles, 250-year cycles. It goes through a shit ton of fucking cycles. It's been monitored more than anything in the sky throughout fucking history. And you think the aurora has never been seen in England? It's been seen in England loads of fucking times. I'm 51 years old. I just happen to haven't gone out there and taken a picture of it. Everyone's got a fucking mobile phone now. I've got a big camera I take pictures of. The last one I went out and took pictures of it. Right? I've got a shitty iPhone because I don't play that. So picking the aurora up on my iPhone would be a joke. But the sun. The sun's poles flip every 11 years, right? And they think that because of the way the sun goes through cycles, I think we're on the 11th or 12th, I can't remember what cycle we're on, I'd have to look it up. But they've been going on about us going into solar maximum and having like the thing called the Carrington effect. You've heard about the Carrington effect, where an electric EMP, an electromagnetic pulse, literally wipes the ionosphere off, or takes out the fucking telegraph poles like it did back in whenever it was, 20s or 30s. America have got a shit national grid. Sorry, but you have. Your national grid is absolutely appalling. It falls apart every time the sun goes. Ours doesn't. The UK has a really good national grid. But I can't wait for an electromagnetic pulse to take everything electrical out and we go back to the Victorian ages, because it might reset the level of stupid that's out there right now. Because I don't know if this has affected people, but people have lost the ability to critically think, and just everything's a fucking conspiracy. Yes, there's conspiracy, right? But that was not Haarp. Grow up. Haarp isn't even being used how Haarp was. Haarp was these array of fucking antennas in Alaska. I think there's one in Russia. There's a few dotted around. They're actually called NEXRAD now. NEXRAD, NEXRAD, something like that. They're round things. They actually look like water towers. You can see them on the radar when they activate, because you can see the clouds go off. Now, funny enough, I went on about Haarp for years, right? Oh, Haarp's done this, Haarp's done that, Haarp's done... And a friend of mine, about 15 fucking years ago, pointed out that every single time they sprayed heavily, the sun had a solar flare. Now, considering half of our ionosphere is missing because we've got a hole in it, because of whatever, right? It might be because Haarp keeps pushing it out into into space and it's bouncing it around. It causes earthquakes of Haarp, etc., etc. You can move hurricanes, you can do loads of fucking shit. And yes, you can paint pretty fucking pictures in the sky. But a bit of a newsflash, that was the actual fucking sun. The sun is massive, right? And if you don't understand how an aurora works, which most people fucking don't, then you might not understand why it come down as far down the south as it did. You know, when something hits, like we usually X 1.8 flare, we haven't had X-class flares for about 10, 11 years, I think the last cycle, and they didn't get up as high as they are, and most of them weren't even in Earth direction. They were out to fucking in the other direction. There's so many different things that have to be in the right place for the aurora to play. But yet, people are going on, oh, it's Haarp, it's Haarp, it's Haarp. It's not fucking Haarp. Haarp has not caused the sun to have a solar fucking flare. Oh, honestly, it's just ridiculous. The massive amount of rain that's turned up could well be geoengineering. Well, it is geoengineering. I don't think Haarp's involved. They don't use it so much. They don't even fucking need to use it. Maybe to activate it from the beginning. They're not painting pictures in the sky with Haarp yet. If they are, it certainly weren't the aurora that you saw last night. Honestly, fucking hell. I just... I'm reading the comments and it's like, oh yeah, people are so fucking stupid. The crap. It's just absolute hideous crap. You're making yourself look like fucking idiots because you don't understand how the sun, like the sun, like, you know that book called the Bible, controversially, it's written about the fucking glowing object out there. The sun of God. The sun. God is the sun. It's the bearer of all life to this planet. And the 12 disciples are the fucking zodiac signs. Yeah? And if angels fell from the fucking sky and came down to this planet, it's clearly fucking aliens. Now, the moon, however, not convinced that isn't hollow, not convinced that isn't like the Death Star and some kind of spaceship, not going to lie. The sun, however, no, I'm sorry, I've watched it and monitored it too much and looked at it so fucking much. So, can people stop saying that the aurora borealis, I can't pronounce it, is Haarp, because it fucking ain't. Peace, love and light.